Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures today. Video coming up is today I'm going to talk about this. I did another video and it's 17 minutes and I decided I'm going to just redo this thing because I didn't get to bring up points I want to bring up, and I'm going to reduce my time and cut this down. Okay, today we're going to talk about catastrophe health insurance. When you're sick, you have a heart attack, can they operate on you? Are they going to have the technology operate on you? Can they take your heart out? Can they take your liver out? Do they have kidney dialysis here? Do they have situations where a doctor can actually operate on you and help you through the time that you're going to need that doctor? Well, the question of this is probably no. It's sad to say, I'm only 44 seconds in. I waited 12 minutes before I said that. Probably no. Here's the reason why. This is the reason why. If you're if you're coming, and I got this information from two different doctors. This actually comes from a friend of mine, this idea. And a lot of people skated around this, not really talked about this. But as you guys know, Mike Kaysen, he had a heart attack and had problems with the heart, had taken it out, and he got money from some of the subscribers, gave him money to help get him out and got him out of the hospital, and he lived another year or so. If he was in USA, would he lived longer? Possibly, because he's hard-headed and he didn't want to go back to USA for many different reasons. But here's the story about that. If you need a new kidney, you need a new liver, or you got something going on in your brain, you can't figure it out, and it's a tumor, they may not have the equipment to test you at the moment here. So if you're thinking about moving to the Philippines, that's a great and fantastic thing. And I'm saying I want everybody to come here as much as possible. But I'm saying the reality of the situation, if you're getting older, like myself, if you're getting older and you may have, you don't have any problem now, but you're maybe starting to have maybe pains on your side or pains in your stomach or things like that, and you go to the doctor here, make sure you get 2, 3, 4, 5 different estimates and 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions of what's wrong with you, because you know what? The doctors are highly qualified here, but they sometimes don't go to the extensive care that is done in other countries and like it is in other countries. And what I mean by that, even the doctor here said that if she had to go get her test in 25 plus years and take the test of USA standards to become a doctor there, she probably could not pass it. The problem with it here is this: they do not have the equipment to suffice in a lot of areas. Now, there are veteran hospitals here that you can actually go to if you're a veteran that may have the quality care that you would need. But even Alton had a problem with that, and I had to help him through that situation. Not always can they help a situation. He had problems in his chest. The problem was they thought it was his heart. They don't have any surgeons here. There's no surgeons available. The ones available is in Manila. And we're down in none in Davao, none in CDO, none in Dumaguete, none in Cebu. There's the doctors, the specialists, he had to go to Manila. Well, okay, if he's having problems with his heart, okay, he's getting on an airplane, okay, can he do that? Well, they advised him not to travel for a while until his blood pressure got in order and things like that. Well, long story short of that, he ended up, it was not that, it was something else. He was misdiagnosed. It was actually water in his lungs. There's a lot of different things that caused that, but eventually it was something else completely. But here's the thing, it had to do with his kidneys and things. Here's something that you really got to realize. If you're going to the doctor here, my uncle, Ruth's uncle, passed because they didn't have the equipment to scan him, because it's only on Thursdays. So the hospitals may not have the equipment that you need, and they may not have the doctors that actually operate on you to actually take care of you. So if you have a catastrophe or something happened, you have a heart attack. Say you just had a heart attack because of whatever reason in the world. Probably more than likely you will probably, and it's sad to say, pass because of the availability of things. Now see here, if you have to have surgery on anything you have to pre-buy all the supplies and things. They can cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You have an operation, you better have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 available to pay for it up front, especially if it's heart or liver or brain or any of that stuff you have to have, because the more likely they can't operate. They'll send you, say, to Guam is where they're going to send you. And they suggest that to Alton. I said, no, something's going on. We'll have to figure that. But they ended up, what had happened, he got operated on, or not operated, he got, come to find out it was a win-less situation there. But it took them a while to figure that out. In America, I don't know if they would have found it sooner. I don't know. At the VA, maybe not. Maybe he would just died there also. But here's the thing that worried me the most. Our uncle got in an accident with a rock hitting him in the chest, and there was nowhere, nobody could help him. He sat in an emergency room for 2-3 hours for the ambulance to come get him. Then after he got in the ambulance, then he got to the hospital and they had to wait on the doctor to come get him. Then they had to go get the machine because they had no machines here. It was only on Thursday. No CAT scan, no machines available. Now, you think out of the 15 hospitals that are here, they would have that? I didn't know they didn't have that. Well, they don't have it. Do they have it down in Don Carlos, Valencia, whatever? Maybe. Do they have it down in Duma? Maybe, maybe not. That's something you better check on. If you're coming to the Philippines and you're going to live wherever you're going to live, you better check and see if the hospitals have all the equipment that's needed, and you better have a credit card that's available that's going to at least $10,000 or $20,000 available that you can actually pull on it. Not everybody's going to have that. Not everybody's going to have $20,000 that they can pull on for a credit card. And get this, $20,000 is just dropping a bucket, especially because what's going to happen? They're going to say, okay, you need $20,000. You got $20,000 dollars, US dollars. Well, yeah, okay. Well, give me that credit card. Give me this credit card. Do you have anything else? Because we really don't know how much it's going to cost. It may cost $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000. It ended up costing Mike, I don't remember, I think it was $20,000 or something like that, or $22,000. I forget what he told me it was. It really doesn't matter. What matters is this: whatever amount of money you need to have it. Now, insurance, will it cover you if you go in the hospital? It covers you up to a certain amount, but it will not cover catastrophe insurance. Catastrophe is something that you have to have your heart replaced, transplanted heart, liver, kidneys. There's many things it will not cover. You better check and make sure you have good policy on that. And be prepared to pay anywhere from $350, $450, $550 a month or more for your insurance, depending on your age. Now, will they cover pre-existing conditions? They do here in the Philippines on a lot of the policies, but the problem with that is it's very limited. It's only up like $1,000, $2,000 they'll cover up to. And what they do, they just load it on a card or depending on the policies. Now, we know that Rike did a video on this, and a great gentleman came on from an insurance company and said, yes, it'll cover. But remember that the insurance companies, they cover up to a certain amount of money and they don't cover anymore because you're in a country that don't have a supporting system after you have the operation. Just because you can find somebody, man, I got the money, I got me a doctor, I'm set, I'm ready to go, no worries. But the support after you have the operation is nil to none. I mean, it's not like you're laying in the bed here and you're sitting in a beautiful room and the nurses come by every 2, 3, 4 hours to check on you. They might come check on you. They might not. If you have and you're not married, you need to get a runner. Make sure they're going to take the stuff and go pay the bills for you. And not only that, you need to make sure that they're going to take and not take your credit card and take off with the money that they received. That happens too. I had a friend in Cebu. We had to help get the credit card, go get the money, get him out because he was having a heart operation. And come to find out, he ended up had to go back to USA. He's living in USA now, comfortably, happy, everything okay. Because of that situation. Are Americans leaving because the health care is not up standard? Yes. If you're coming here and you have pre-existing conditions, make sure you double check wherever you're going to live that they have a doctor and a hospital and all the equipment available for to operate and do everything they can on you. Most of the time you'll find anywhere from 80 to 90%. According to my doctor friends, they don't have. They don't have, well, they have ultrasound, sir, but you got to go over to the birthing center. That's all one's available. Well, where's the birth center? It's in that small building off to the left as before you get to municipality. You have to be very careful also because not everybody's going to have everything at that moment. And you got to be very careful when you come in here that you make sure, because some of the medications that you can get in U.S. you can't get here. But there's medications here that you can get to offset that you can't get in U.S. Like antibiotics, some are inexpensive, sometimes they're free. There's certain things you can just get over the counter. But you got to pay for all that stuff up front before you go to the doctor. And then the doctor is going to require you, sir, I need to have my money before I operate on you. because you could pass and I ain't gonna get my money. So they got to have all that up front. So something, guys, I want to tell you before you come to the Philippines, make sure you think about it. Make sure maybe, whoever you are throughout the world, maybe you might decide, I just stay where I'm at. Bring your lady there. Oh, I don't want to do that. I never want to get my lady because she's going to westernize, or she's going to get easternized, and she's going to do this, she's going to do that. Well, you know what? If something happens to you, you might need to think about that. Don't come to the Philippines for paradise and then you end up croak because you don't have enough money, or you can't find the doctor to help save you. That's what I'm fearful of. A lot of my buddies coming here. I found this out. Jason, my buddy Jason James, a longtime subscriber, gave me this idea. And it's been toying around in my mind. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's skirting around it here. They want to have the pie and ice cream thing, which is fine. That's what I like, the pie and ice cream too. In other words, show things, but we don't want to look through rose-colored glasses here. We want to tell the true facts. I hope that by me doing this might save someone's life. And I hope someone's listening to this video that might save his life, and he's going to thank me about this one day. Because he's going to look at this and says, I never thought about that. Catastrophe insurance is very expensive. Plan on paying for it up to the tooth here. And just because you have it doesn't mean you have a doctor that can operate on it. And just because they're past the board here doesn't mean they're board certified to do an operation on you. Be very careful and be very wary on your situation. Remember, we're in a different world. Expect the unexpected all the time, because this is going to be different than what we're used to. I'm sorry I'm getting really excited and sad and boisterous here and anxious about this, because I wanted to get this video out because it's been toying at me, and Jason really just kind of hit the head. Why don't you do a thing on that? And it's been toying with me since our uncle passed recently in the last a month and a half. And it's really been toying with me. So I want to get it out there, everybody. Please really think about your situation before you decide to come to here. And maybe, even though you're looking here with the blinders, I can't wait to get to paradise. I don't want to see the news anymore. I don't like the news. I don't like the market here. I don't like the traffic here. I don't like everything here. When your health should be looked at first, other than anything. Now, I'm probably going to get some guys saying, man, Tom, you're really goofy on this one, and you really don't know what you're talking about. But I may get some guys, if I save one person's life, or if I save somebody's life by saying, you know what, maybe I need to relook at things, and maybe I can, instead of going here, we can go somewhere else. Instead of coming here and living here full time, we can live wherever. I'm just making this up. Live in the islands, or live in Bahamas, or live somewhere else. I just believe, or live Mexico, for example. Live in Mexico, for example, and go across the border and go to Brownsville. There's a good doctor there. And by the way, Brownsville's got some great doctors. Great nursing there, by the way. Great doctors and great nursing. And you know why? It's across the border, and a lot of the guys go there. But there are opportunities here for good doctors, and there's opportunities for equipment and things like that. Even the dentals, ladies doing dentists now saying that we got to upgrade our systems, and I'm not knowledgeable on this. We have to have an oral surgeon fix your tooth here. Why? Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean you're not sure? Well, I'm actually afraid to do it. Can you just pull the tooth out? She tells me. She's telling me. I asked her. No, you need an oral surgeon. Why? The guy told me last time, the other dentist across town told me when I come back, he'll pull it. But she says, go there and have him pull it. I'm afraid to pull it. It's okay, fine. God bless everybody. I want to thank everybody for always watching my videos. And sorry I've been kind of getting up on this thing, but it's been bothering me today. And I wanted to talk about this. God bless everybody, and thank you.